being neurodivergent in a society, it's already challenging enough. But being a neurodivergent in social media has another set of challenges. But before we begin, I'm Laura, I'm neurodivergent. I struggle with CPTSD, anxiety, and agoraphobia, and I live with my best friend, who is also neurodivergent, and my cat. If you haven't yet and you find this video interesting, please subscribe. I find myself second guessing a lot of interactions in social media because I'm honestly a curious person. I think part of that is my neurodivergency. And sometimes I feel guilty if I like a comment and I don't reply. I feel like if I do too many questions, I can be perceived as aggressive or as pushy, or I can trigger someone, but I also feel guilty if I don't ask how other people are. It's it's my brain trying to understand how to interact with a person that I'm not seeing. And I spend a lot of time on threads, as you know, as you may know. And in threads, and also on YouTube, I see this that most comments are not done to build a community, but are like you say something and that's it. Oh, off topic, but isn't this sleep super cute? It's I love that chick. Like I was saying, um, they are not built to actually proper have a conversation. It's like I blurt a comment and that's it, I forget. And I want to interact. And sometimes the person that replies to a comment I made or a video I made, I I want to know them. I want to ask more questions, see pictures of things there they mention. Uh, and today I made a post on Threads about that, about me wanting to engage more, and I don't want to be perceived as annoying or like I'm bothering people, but I'm actually curious and I actually want to have conversations. I want to know the person that is behind the screen. And so many of other neurodivergents said are telling me this happens to them too. Is sometimes it's just there are 10 comments that said cute cat and you want to say cute cat too, but at the same time is, am I being annoying? Should I comment? This person might think i'm I'm annoying, or yeah, I already know the cat is cute. Well, sometimes like I follow black women account. Sorry, I forgot the word. And sometimes I don't have anything to say. I'm there to learn. And I like their post, kind of to engage and not say boost, you know? And I feel like I should be telling them, I don't know what to say. I'm just here in respect. But I also feel like that's kind of look at me, look at me. So the rules of engagement are so weird sometimes. And it happens here on YouTube that I get comments and when Sheena, one of my dogs, died around 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, um I couldn't read and reply the comments. I would start crying and I I couldn't look at the screen. And a lot of of people commented on me telling them I hadn't replied yet, that they don't expect me to reply. And so far, my channel is really small and I can manage to reply. And I feel like if people take the time to comment on my videos, support me, cheer on me, I should re- mm, reciprocate the kindness, I usually block or don't even reply bad comments or hating comments or bully. But if someone is being kind and is showing me support, I feel guilty, but I also feel like I want to build community, and if I don't do that, what kind of community am I building? And sometimes people that comment often don't comment for a couple of days, and I start second guessing, was it something I said? And I know people have their own lives, and sometimes they are not on YouTube, or they didn't feel like replying or commenting on one of my videos because they were having a bad day. But that is part of my complex PTSD, my trauma, that I was accused of everything. I used to tell my mom when she was reprehending me on something like that, I would tell her like, yeah, all the words are also my fault. That is raining is my fault. And I feel like that so many times, and I have to remind me in a kind way that not everything is about me, but not because I have the protagonist complex, is that I was conditioned to feel guilty about everything and gaslighted into everything being my fault. But going back to social media, like I said, I want to build community, but I'm also really curious. The other day, someone replied to a comment of mine with an exclamation point, and I wanted to ask her, "Why are you screaming at me?" Uh, but I got scared. Or today, I um another woman said something, and I commented, and she commented about she be her being in pain, and I commented like, "Take care of yourself." The same things the I of the comments I get. And she told me like, "Yeah, I'm a perfectionist," and I wanted to. I type a really long reply, and I felt like I was patronizing her. So I type, I don't want to sound patronizing, and then I realized, or think, I don't know if I realized, or I felt like I was not only patronizing but excusing the patronizing. I'm saying patronizing a lot, sorry. So like 20 minutes later, after I deleted the whole comment I made, I told her all of this, and she told me that she get it. And I felt really seen by her because we have interacted a lot, and she was also bullied, and she's also building community. She is about to launch a platform, a social app to get out of threads, because threads is getting really hateful. But going back to the beginning, I I feel like social media has conditioned us. Not just social media, but the internet itself has conditioned us, not only neurodivergent people, but the society as a whole, to sometimes spit something into the void and not remembering that there's a human on the other end. And like I said, I want to build community, and I want to engage with people, to get to know them, to form real friendships, for them to really know me. I'm not, I'm more than just what you see here, and I'm trying to do that, but sometimes I don't know where to begin. I want to, yeah, to have real conversations. And for what I'm reading on the comments on threads, that happens to a lot of people. And actually, I'm real curious. I'm not trying to attack you, or honestly, I'm curious, genuine questions. But sometimes I still feel like people are on the defensive mode, and it happens to me too. There's so much hate outside that someone says something that we can perceive as an aggression, even if the other person didn't mean it like that. That is easy to bark. So I wonder, how do you see that? Does it happen to you? How do you feel when you leave a comment in, for example, in a YouTube video that has, I don't know, 500 comments, and you get a reply? Do you feel like, oh my God, this person is seeing me? Do you want to keep interacting with that person? Because it happens to me, both of them. Um, yeah, there's so many questions to this. This for me feels like another rabbit hole where I can keep digging layers of social norms and conventions, and that goes into social media but also can transpire in real life, in person communication. I don't know. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I'm going to leave a slide with this month people that donated me to keep living, to pay Sheena's euthanasia and cremation. Um, and see you next video, or in my daily outings that are not going well, I'm reaching the 100th day of going outside to work on my agoraphobia. Thank you for being here. I love you.